Right, straight in with the first part of the maths. For each recipe, you need to calculate what your direct costs are. These are also called your unit costs. It's what you pay for all of the ingredients and materials that go into that product. Count every single little thing. So, a teaspoon of essence, a few drops of food colouring, parchment, cling film, cutting and care instruction sheet, allergy stickers, dowels, even your disposable gloves that you use to colour fondant, absolutely everything. To begin with, write out a big list of all the ingredients and materials that you use in the production of your baked goods. Then you need to work out the current cost, either per 100 grams or per teaspoon or per egg, for example, and have that all written there so you've got a full list of all your products. So to explain the price per 100 gram maths, you can skip over this if you know how to do it, but I'm going to look after anybody that might be watching that might struggle with maths, as a parent. So you need to divide the whole cost of the pack by the weight in grams and then multiply that by 100 for the price per 100 grams. So if you've got an 1100 gram bag of McDougall's flour and it's cost you £1.65, in your calculator, it's 1.65 quid divided by 1100 grams. That'll give you your price per gram, so multiply that by 100, so it'll give you 15 pence per 100 grams. So then when you're working out your recipe cost, if you've used 250 grams of that flour in a recipe, that's that 15 pence times 2.5, because 100 times 2.5 is 250. If it's £2.95 for 12 eggs, that's £2.95 divided by 12. So that'll give you 24.5p per egg. Just round it up to 25 pence. So your 5 eggs are £1.25. If you round up all along the way, then you won't need to reevaluate your pricing and keep putting prices up each time an ingredient goes up. You can absorb a little bit because you were already that bit ahead. So you use this list then to calculate what each element of a product costs you. So if you bake a 6-inch vanilla sponge, work out that costs you this amount of money. Then you need what amount of buttercream or ganache to cover it. That'll cost you this amount of money. Then your board and box for that size. Toppers, business cards, lolly sticks, ribbon, everything that goes into that finished product, you then add all those bits up. That is your unit cost for that product. If you are any good at Excel spreadsheets, you can do it that way. I am not good at spreadsheets, so I'm not qualified to tell you how to do it, but please do if you know how to do it. It's a bit of work to begin with, but once you've done it that once, you just have to dip back in. I'd recommend like twice a year minimum. Just update your ingredients cost wherever it's needed. If they do go up a lot, then update all your recipes and your element costs just to see whether you need to put your prices up. At this point, I'll direct you to a video that I did where I went through all my costings for a big wedding order and I compared my gourmet brand ingredients to the cheapest possible ones available at that time. Difference for about a third. This is why you shouldn't charge what other people charge, because that wedding order cost me about £90 more in ingredients than if I'd used the value brands at that time. So, other things to know. If you need, say, sour cream and you're not going to use the whole tub, if the rest's going to go to waste, charge for the whole tub in that recipe costing because you're still paying that out to make that recipe. When it comes to buying specific tools like mould, stencils and cutters, for certain jobs, so if you think it's going to be popular enough and sturdy enough that it'll last long enough to use it for, say, 10 orders, something like a Christmas cupcake stamp, then divide that cost, including your postage and packing, by 10 and add that 10th to the unit costs for the product that you'll use it on. If you doubt you'll use it again, like if you've got a personalised embosser with bride and groom initials, you're not going to use that for anybody else, so you need to charge the customer for that entire thing. It's a direct cost of producing the order. So I'll go into how to reduce your unit costs in a separate lesson, and I'll attach a worksheet for you here to fill in, and it'll explain that maths in words if you need it that way. So next we'll talk about your hourly rate.